what was my Lord doing? You know, I am totally dependent on Him. Sarvabhavena, I have taken Sharanapati. Then the Lord should have looked after it. Why did He leave me kacha? Jnaneshwar said, did you ask Him to make you pakka? Did you ask Him? He said, have I to ask? Yes. Whatever you ask, He does. You asked for Sakhya, He gave Sakhya. You asked for Darshana, He gave you Darshana. Did you ask for Jnana? Did you ask for that Advitiya Sthiti? No, I did not ask. I thought He will give Himself. No, He does not give Himself. Whatever you ask, you have to go and ask. Prachantam. The prashna should come. Suprapannam mokshadikarinam. Said, how to ask? No, just as you have been transacting with Him, transacting Him in that level. So it's a very long story, beautiful story, how he asked and how the Lord told, yes, a Guru will come. He will teach you. In a beautiful form, the Guru came. By the very first meeting, the Sarvatma Bhava was given to Namdeva. All saints have been like that. You know about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. I need not tell that at all. He had Sakshatkara. He was transacting with Bhavatarini. Of course, when he had the realization, he knew it came to him as a flood of supreme Samvit Prakasha. But then he was going on worshipping Kali and seeing Kali. If he sees Kali, he says he is seeing God. Then came Totapuri. Because he knew that I have to be merged in that light. I have to be Pakka, I cannot be Kacha. Whatever I want, I will ask only the mother. So when Totapuri came and saw him and said, will you take sannyasa from me? He said, I will ask my mother and come. He thought there may be a mother really, and without mother's permission, how can he take sannyasa? Go and ask him. He went into the Bhavatarani shrine and asked, Mother, a very Tejasvi Mahatma has come. He says he wants to give me Pranavapadesha, sannyasa, and then Pranava. Shall I take? He said, I have sent him. Take. I have only sent him. It comes. But you have to have that thing, something in you which prompts that, which prompts God to respond to you. What terrible Vairagya he had. So Totapari came and gave the Pranavopadesha, go into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. But he goes into Savikalpa Samadhi immediately. He said, so quickly you went into Samadhi, what was your experience? Bhagavati's Divya form. He said, no, I don't want you to go only to that form. Go beyond the form. You know that story. Hack it. Asanga shastrena dridena chitva. You have to go beyond the form also. So beyond the Pranavopadesha, the Brahmopadesha, Purnopadesha, please study. My time is up. I promised Vinodji I will complete at 7 o'clock. I have already exceeded it. How many minutes? 5 minutes? Kitne? How many minutes more I can take? We started late. Some yukti there to justify. You always have a yukti. See the Gita very closely. Our ideal Shishya is Arjuna. Our ideal Upadesha is Gita Upadesha. Yogeshwara is the ideal Guru. In that you will find all the levels, all the categories of Shishyas, all the forms of Upadesha. From the Dharmopadesha to Purnopadesha. But at every level, Arjuna presents a question. Sita Prajna ka bhasha. He wants to understand what is this Sita Prajna. From the Sita Prajna Lakshana, then you will go in the Bhakti level, he will ask who is a real Bhakta, and then all that thing comes. Tesham ke yoga vittamaha, 12th chapter, that Prashna will come. At every stage he asks. And then Kairilinga Strin Gunan Yetan Atitya Varte. So the Guna Atita level also, at every level he puts a Prashna and the Lord takes him more and more into it. So, Keshu Keshu cha bhaveshu chintyosi bhagavan maya, that opened a flood. He asked, so he told all the vibhutis. Then the vibhutis, can I see that? Tatreyastam jagat krishnam, can I see all this? He asked. Then the Virat Purusha comes. So you have to be alert and change your level of understanding. Adhyatma chetas. Adhyatma chetas. Then only you will ascend. So you will find how, when it comes to the 15th chapter, yesterday I was talking to you about Sanat Kumara and Narada. You remember that in the Bhuma? There also I told, when it comes to the Bhuma level, you have to be silent. So to make Narada silent, he told, nature of Bhuma is where no one else sees, no one hears, no one else. That is Bhuma. He went into complete silence. In the Purushottama also not much explanation is given. The Lord could have explained much more. No. Arjuna does not put any prashna. That is Purnopadesha. Sabuddhiman manusyeshu kritakrityascha bharata. Kritakritya. So prakrita buddhi, sanskrita buddhi, kritakritya buddhi. This is the ultimate. Kritakritya buddhi. A purnata comes, then the buddhi will be kritakritya. Yesha brahmi sthiti partha nainam prapyam iti apuryamana machala pratishtam samudram apa prasanchadvat yadvat kamatam pravishanti sarve sa shanti mapnoti, that parama shanti. Till then you have to go on. And then the Mauna Guru's Maha Mauna comes to explain to you what is Purnata. Can Purnata be told? Then it won't be Purna at all. Yes, his Maha Mauna has the power. Because he is the Purna, he is giving himself as the answer. He himself is the answer. You enter into him. That is why after showing the Virat Darshana, he says, Pravishtam cha parantapa. If you have your bhakti to that level, drashtum, jnatum, pravishtam cha parantapa. That pravesha will be possible only through the Mauna Prashna and the Mauna Vyakhya. That level has to come. So the Mauna Guru is the most powerful. He is the king of all gurus. Such power is there in that Mauna. In the beginning I used to be rather intrigued by this fact. In Mahabharata there is a general saying, Maunam jnanam prayachati, Maunam jnanam prayachati. How can Mauna give you jnana? Huh? Some word must be there, some explanation must be there. Paratra swabodha sankrantaye vagbuddhishta. When you want to convey your bodha to somebody else, you should use Vani. How can Mauna give you jnana? It took me a long time, particularly after I took to the worship of Bhagavan Dakshinamurti. My Guru Sthana had Dakshinamurti. as the temple from that time. About this I have told you in that cassette, you will know about that. Then, because of Bhagavan Dakshinamurti's grace, Mauna, he called me to the Mount Abu. Mauna, there, he will tell you how the Mauna is there. So the Mauna is there, very powerful. When you go to Arunachaleshwara, what is powerful there? It is the Mauna. So they say that one Raja Sabha Pandit in the Pandya Nagari, Madhura, he was a very advanced soul. He was panting for this Purnata. So he wandered about seeking a Mauna Guru, and he came to Tiruvannamalai. Tiruvannamalai, there were very many saints like Virupaksha and others, much before Ramana Maharshi. It's a tradition of Mauna Gurus, Tiruvannamalai. So there he discovered a Guru. He accepted him. He never spoke. He just served him, became totally enlightened. So he went back. When he went back, he composed a poem, a paean in praise of the Guru. He constructed it in a particular Tamil style called Kajal. Kajal is used only to eulogize the great saints who have given their life in the battle, a particular form of poetry. He composed it in that, and then when he presented it to the Vidvat Sabha, they said, "You are talking about some saint there, and you are using the Kajal form for it? How can you do that? He is not a soldier. What valor does he have? What virility does he have? What great acts has he performed?" He said, "That cannot be told. If it cannot be told, this is invalid. You cannot present this." He said, "You all come, enter into his Mauna. Then only his valor and his power and his virility you will see there. Enter into his Mauna." Acha. So some of the very advanced sadhakas there, he said, only you who can commune to Mauna, not with these words. So some people went there, about half a dozen people. They went and talked with him. He just smiled, never replied. They said, some sanketa, some chinmudra, something he will do. He did not do anything. But he warned them, you must persist, give enough time for that, to enter into that Mauna. They stayed there, and all of them, after a few days, they felt the power of that. Then they all realized, yes, it is more than what the Kajal deserves. So it's a great power in Mauna. So this was one great thing which I gained in this visit. I had felt it last time also. In the mountain peaks of Abu, Vasishtha discovered that Mauna. Vasishtha and Dattatreya, they crystallized it, preserved it. In the deserts of the Rajasthan, the great Santa Parampara, Meera and others, they got enlightened through that Mauna. Uttanka Maharishi, he stayed in the desert. Same Mauna you have in the ceaseless song of the ocean, the sea. You can feel it in the sea coast of Shirali. There is a great Mauna there. So great Siddhas like Parashurama and Hastamalaka Acharya wandering on these seashores, they must have felt it, and they have crystallized it. All these are available to you. Particularly Shirali, I think I was telling Sadhyajaji this morning when we go for walks on the top of the hills. They're barren hills also. I said, you have the desert also, you have the hill also, you have the ocean also. All these three great sources of Mahamona are available to you. What else can I say? So there is a rich source of inspiration for you. If only you can be humble enough, intelligent enough to learn that language and put that prashna to the Guru Shakti pervading, he will certainly bless you with the Purnata, and that is all that we would pray to the Bhagavati Bhuvaneshwari. In the Dakshinamurti, I have mentioned there, this does not mean that you should give up these regular sources of jnana, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Unless you go through that, you cannot go to the Mauna. Mudraya Maunena cha Brahma Tattvam Vimarshayan. That is the principle. The Mauna and the Chinmudra. Maunena Mudraya Chaiva Brahma Tattvam Vimarshayan. Dakshinamurti gives you the Vimarsha of the Brahma Tattva. Aham Brahmasmi Prajnanam Brahma. This jnana, akhanda jnana, comes through vimarsha only. But to create the pramana for that, mala kalasha pustakaihi, mala kalasha pustaki amrit kalasha, mala and the pustaka, they represent Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Mala kalasha pustakaihi manam brutetra sadguru. This is the